I just got in the mail a flip phone because I'm gonna downgrade. Sorry, I need to start looking at the camera. I'm gonna downgrade my phone to a flip phone. I've got a concoction of mental disorders. It's hard to say even what my diagnoses are because they've changed so much. Like, it's hard to diagnose me because I have so many weird issues. But I'm pretty sure I have some type of learning disability. Like, I definitely have OCD up the ass, like, for sure. I was diagnosed with that probably a year ago. And I don't know if it's that or what I thought was ADHD. I might have ADHD, I'm not sure. It seems like I do. I have almost all the symptoms. But there's a lot of overlap between that and OCD and autism and fucking all these things have all the same symptoms and I have no idea. But the point is, I can't concentrate for shit. And my phone isn't helping. So I want to eliminate that distraction from my life. I want to get out of the habit of mindlessly scrolling through my phone, checking my notifications, which I don't have. So it's basically me looking at my phone to see if I have notifications, and I don't. And it's like, why am I doing that? It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. I don't know what I'm looking for exactly. But yeah, I'm excited. I don't want to trigger anyone, but I identify as a minimalist, meaning I don't spend a lot. I don't really own things unless I need them. The only thing I waste my money on is food. Like eating out, I have a hard time with that, but you will never catch me buying any type of objects, any type of things that I don't need. No decorations, cannot do it. And I think that's OCD related. I mean, in retrospect, I've always preferred minimalism. I've always had mad anxiety when it came to receiving gifts, and it's not because I didn't know how to react. It's because I didn't know what to do with the gift afterward. It really stressed me out. It still stresses me out. I hate receiving gifts because 99% of the time it's things that I'm not going to use, but I'm also going to feel guilty getting rid of it or saying I don't want it because people went out of their way as a kind gesture to get me something, and I appreciate that, but gifts, that's just not. I feel like a bitch right now, but that is just not my love language. That's not how I receive love. That's also not how I give love. I feel really bad about it. I'm terrible at gift giving because there's absolutely nothing that I want. And because I can't imagine myself wanting anything, it's hard for me to imagine things that other people might want. It makes no sense to me. I don't like to have things. Having things stresses me out. I'm constantly getting rid of things, giving things away. I want to have almost nothing in my possession. It makes me feel better to know that I know where everything is. I only have as much as I need. I've been this way for as long as I can remember, and only now do I have a diagnosis for it. And I didn't realize it needed a diagnosis. I didn't realize it was a problem. I thought that, okay, that's just the way I am, and it's like whatever, personal preference. But it's actually kind of an issue. It's not really a priority to fix that issue right now. I think that it's benefiting me in my personal life, so I guess. It's raining right now, so there's like noise. I think it's a social problem. It makes taking me out places weird. I don't like to spend my money. I'll always order the cheapest thing on the menu. I'm just annoying. I'm a very annoying person to spend money with, basically. I'm the type of person to opt out of Christmas gift exchanges. I'm not an expert, but the way that this is clicking in my head is minimalism is one of my OCD obsessions. Obsession is the O in OCD. So one of my obsessions, one of many, I can't believe I was not diagnosed with this sooner. I'm always washing my hands. I'm doing like the basic shit. Like I feel dirty all the time. Everything has to be clean. Like I'm weird. I do weird OCD things. And OCD is not only physical habits, it's also mental. It's ruminating, obsessing, overthinking. Like that's very OCD. I'm sure there's evidence that I've had this for a long time, but I don't know. I'm only just now finding out about it. It's blowing my mind, but it's helping to have the awareness so that I can stop myself when I'm overthinking or ruminating or putting too much effort into something that doesn't need that much effort. For example, time management is a really big issue with OCD. It's basically getting really distracted or wrapped up in something that you think and you feel is important, but in actuality, it's not. And it's really just like in your head, or it's an obsession, or it's a compulsion. It's something that you feel like is really pressing, but it's not. and next thing you know, your friends have been over for hours and you've been in the bathroom picking at your face the whole time, and they're just waiting for you to come out. They probably think you're dying or taking a fat shit or something. That's happened to me. Hours. Thank God my roommate was home and she was able to occupy, like, we were like all one friend group, so they were hanging out without me, but my God. And then after my mom died, I went back to her house to collect all of the things that I owned there, all of my childhood stuff, anything from my old room that I did not clean out when I first moved out. So I was given an allotted amount of, like, however much time. My stepdad decided, okay, you have this much time, which is shitty. He should have given me as much time as I needed to clear out my childhood bedroom and memories, right? But no. He sucks, by the way. Hate him. Hope he dies, literally. But he gave me maybe an hour or two to get all of my shit together, boxed up in bags, ready to take out of the house. What I did with probably 75% of the time I was given was testing my old markers to see if they worked. And then next thing I knew, I only had like 15 minutes left and I hadn't done absolutely fucking anything. And I literally had to leave a lot of my stuff in my room, never to be seen again. It's all in the garbage now. I did not get to keep a lot of my childhood things because my time management was so awful. I would start something and get distracted by something else. It was just like that all the time. But it was little things that didn't matter at all. It's just the OCD itch where I have this compulsion. I feel like I need to do something, but it does not line up or make any sense with the situation. It's just being completely blind to reality. The situation I was in was I have a lot of stuff in my room. I have to pack it all up and take it out of the house. I didn't do that. I got distracted by something that had nothing to do with anything. It was just satisfying, right? Like, oh, it would be so satisfying to get rid of all my dead markers right now. I could have done that after packing it up. Like, I could have packed up everything, moved it out of the house, and then organized it later. But for some reason, I had to do it right then. Had to. Couldn't stop. And I completely lost track of time, and I'm mad at myself for that still. It sucks. This was probably 4 years ago. That's how OCD has affected my life. I've been late to almost every event ever because of things like that. Things that don't matter, things that don't need to be done right now. I, for some reason, feel like they have to be done right now. Sorry for the noise. There is a cat, and there is a box, and there is crumply paper in that box. And that's what's happening. That box is turning into a bed. Moral of the story, OCD has kind of ruined my life, but it's okay, because now I know, and now I can try to do things differently. I don't pick my face as long. I used to spend hours on my eyebrows. Now I kind of know better than to even touch them. I kind of just let them grow out. I did them yesterday, and I'm a lot faster about it now. I'm a lot more aware of the time that I'm spending on things. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was talking like 15 minutes ago about how I've always wanted to go back to a flip phone. I just don't want to have a smartphone anymore, really. Phones are for texting and calling. We do almost everything on our phone except those things now. I mean, if you really go back, phones are for calling, period. Like, that's it. Texting was like an added bonus later. And when I do text, it's only responding to texts that I received months ago and was too busy or too overwhelmed to respond to in that moment. So I'm literally not in the moment ever. My texts are so delayed. I just don't use a phone for the reasons a phone should be used, in my opinion. First of all, I want to start with this phone cost me $9.99. Hashtag minimalism and frugalness. Is that how you say that? Frugality? I don't fucking know. However, the actual plan, I got like a 90-day like phone plan basically for service. That was closer to 70 or 80 bucks for the whole 3 months. So you do the math. So what I ended up picking after my extensive research was TCL Flip 2. I don't think they make it anymore. Refurbished was the only way I could get it. I really specifically wanted this phone because it had the features I wanted. It did not have the features I did not want. It just seemed perfect for me. So I took the picture, color filters. These are literal filters. That's crazy. This thing might as well have Facetune. Rotate. Sick. Exposure. That's cool. Wow. Wow. $9. Not to be a hater, but you guys are dumb for buying $1,000 phones when there are $9 phones that do the same shit. And for anyone who's like, oh, but the camera sucks, buy a camera then. They're less than $1,000. Just saying. Just saying. You can buy a camera better than the camera on your phone for less than your phone costs. So that better not be the reason that you have that phone. Sorry, I need to calm down. I get heated about this stuff. I think it's just wasteful. Just wasting money just triggers me, especially on such dumb shit. Like brand new cars. I'm about to like offend so many people, but it's just, it is so painful to me. It's like, why would you... The point of a car is to get you from point A to point B. Why would you buy a $40,000 car when you can buy a car with the same functions for $2,000? The car that I have right now, that I've had for over 2 years and is working just fine, I bought for $1,200. It works. It runs. It's gone on like 10-hour road trips. But do you know what I'm saying? And then things like this. Why would you spend $1,000 on something that you can buy for $10? Think. Do you want to retire or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want to have savings or not? Sorry, that was aggressive. This is how my dad raised me. I very much get my frugal like views from my dad. He's very like anti-waste, which is very much an OCD obsession of mine. Food, for example, do not waste food. Even if the expiration date is like past, if it tastes good, it tastes good. You're eating it. It's not getting thrown away. He doesn't have OCD. I do, right? So his ways of thinking were like normal, but my OCD takes it to another level. So my dad taught me save your money, make good choices with your money. But my OCD takes it to the level of, if there's a penny on the ground, stop everything you're doing and pick it up, because those pennies are going to add up, which is like kind of nuts and kind of not really how that works. And it's like not that big of a deal. But for me, it's like, it's crazy. I'm the type of person to do online surveys to earn like 25 cents. It's dumb. I just deleted the survey app off my phone yesterday, I think. And I'm proud of myself because, like, yes, I was earning money that way, but it took such a dumb amount of time to earn the smallest amount of money. And it's like, there are probably better things I could be doing with my time. It's okay to earn $0. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can either take an hour-long survey and earn $1, or I can read a book for an hour and earn $0. Like, maybe I can miss out on the dollar of me wasting my time. You know what I'm saying? I'm also the type of person to like get every last drop out of the bottle. I'm also huge on recycling. I will bend over backwards to recycle things, even if it's like the smallest, and this is like the OCD again, like a shred of paper. No joke. Let's say you have a stapled packet of papers. You know how if you rip off the top page, a little piece of paper will get stuck under the staple? I'll remove it and I will walk it over to the recycling bin. And I realize how irrational this is. Whatever. So basically the point is, I get very passionate and over the top about things because those are my obsessions. I'm obsessed with no waste, including wasting your money, wasting trash, wasting food, wasting time. Triggered. I'm really bad. I waste so much time. That is what's terrible about OCD. It makes you waste your time, dude. Ugh, I don't even know what it's like not to waste my time. No songs, no artists, albums, playlists. Oh, I'm so excited to use this. And I could get my AirPods on here. My AirPods were gifted to me, actually. So basically, minimalist, right? I use all of my old things. I run them into the ground. I will not buy an upgrade for anything that I have unless my current one does not work anymore. I've had this Fitbit for probably 5 years. I had those like regular corded Apple earbuds, the ones that plug into your phone. So I got as 2 separate gifts from 2 separate people AirPods because they saw me with my like headphones. People want to change me. People want to fix me. They're like, you can't use that. Like, that's not high tech enough. Like, you look like such a loser, like hobo. Like, what were those, like $20? You need this. And it was like, okay, thanks, I appreciate that, but I kind of prefer my wired headphones. And then my brother saw me walking around with this thing, which I love, absolutely love this thing, and he got me an Apple Watch, and I'm like, thanks, but I don't need that, really. Like, it's just, like, don't feel bad for me if you see me using this old technology. Like, this is my choice. This is what I want. This is what I prefer. And I'm, like, not trying to be quirky whatsoever. It's just, I just don't see the appeal in, like, all of this new tech, expensive, unnecessary, in my opinion, stuff. See how I'm not wearing the Apple Watch, but I still wear this every single day. Like, I have to force myself to use that Apple Watch because I feel guilty if I don't use it. Same thing with the AirPods. I have to try really hard. The only reason I use them now is because I'm like looking for my phone. I'm literally recording on it right now. I don't have a headphone jack anymore. I preferred having the headphone jack on my phones always. Whenever I went to buy a new phone, whenever my current one crapped out on me, I would look for one that still had a headphone jack because the world was trying so hard to eliminate it. So I would buy used, refurbished, old models that still had the headphone jack on it until eventually, like, they're all out of date now. I had to get one that did not have a headphone jack, and that's when the AirPods came in handy. Anyway, so I'll use those things, but I don't need those things. I don't feel like my life is improved for having upgrades in technology. So there was an option to keep my current phone number. I decided not to. I really like the idea of being unaccessible. I want nobody to know where I live, what my phone number is, where to find me. Like, good luck. I'm gonna give my phone number to very specific people that I want to have my phone number. I have had my current phone number for probably since I was like 13. Oh my god, I'm 26. I've literally doubled my age since having this phone number. It's time, y'all. It's time. I get too many random texts talking about, hey, how's it going? Random numbers. Who are you? Like, and the sad thing is, like, I don't think it's random people. I think it's people that remember me from 10 years ago that are, for some reason, it's just, I'm being kind of rude, but there's no reason for me to be talking to people from middle school that I've never hung out with before, whose names and faces I don't even remember. Why do you have my number? Why are you still thinking about me? I used to be very, like, nostalgic, very, what's the word? Closely attached with my past, I guess. I was very much, I can't forget any person I've ever talked to before. Like, all of my old coworkers, all of my old school friends, classmates, whatever. I felt like I had to keep in touch with them and remember them for the rest of my life. And, like, my views have just changed so much since then. Sentimental, that's the word I was looking for. Don't let go of the past. Don't let go of your old self, your old friends. But now, as an adult, a healthier, more stable person, I realize, like, there's no need to still be thinking about somebody I sat next to on the bus 10 years ago. I really don't need the phone number of coworkers from when I worked at Little Caesars. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessary. Like, there's other more important things going on in my life than for me to save. Like, the best way to think about it is this. Are you gonna have 50 contacts in your phone or 500? Because you will not let go of anyone's number you've ever received in your life. Am I gonna keep in my life every single person I've ever had contact with? No. So, when you text me and I don't respond, or I'm like, who is this? I honestly stopped saying who is this, because whenever I asked, it would always be an answer that I don't want. It would be like, oh yeah, there was a reason I deleted your number. I just don't respond to those texts anymore. And I think it was always like a fear of mine to delete numbers, because I was like, well, what if they reach out to me? I'll feel so bad if I like have to ask who is this. Let me tell you, not a single one has reached out. Nobody. There were probably like 100 contacts that I've saved that I've been too afraid to delete. Nobody reaches out. I'm telling you, I'm always the most sentimental person in the room. If I'm not thinking about reaching out, they already forgot about you, honey. Delete their number, move on, it's okay. I just realized I left the water running and it's totally making noise, and it's probably been making noise for a really long time. Do you hear that? Oh my god. Whoops. Okay, anyway, assuming that this is the end of the video and I don't have anything to add, thank you guys for watching. I love you so much. I missed you so much. Let me know if you have suggestions for what kind of content I should make, and I will see you guys soon. Phone setup. The first time you power on the phone, well, we're not there yet. There is no guide for this. We're just gonna use our common sense, I guess. So we got a battery here. Okay, that's in there. Back of the phone. How does this go on? See, I think this is the OCD overthinking the correct way. The whole point of OCD is you have to be correct. You have to do everything right. Sometimes there's not a correct way to do things. Sometimes there's multiple ways to do things. So this is me taking longer to do something than it should probably take me to do. So I see that little thingy matches up with that little thingy, but this is painful. This is so painful for me. We're just gonna try. Oh my god. To put it. I don't want to hurt it. You think I'm gonna hurt it? How does it go? Okay, okay. We're snapping it in. That's it. It's on. Thank God. Ooh, pretty. I won't take that off for a long time, probably. Same with that one. It's gonna take a lot for me to take that sticker off. One of the last videos I was editing, I was like slightly off in the camera, like probably like this. Like not exactly in the center, and it was bothering me so much. So now I'm noticing that and I'm like, okay, I need to be in the middle. I low-key wish that they didn't all have their separate, I mean, look at all these wrappers so far. Like why? Can't you just put it all in the box? Oh my god, even this is wrapped. There's like a little film around this too. You know what? We're gonna practice today. We'll take off this one right now. Very painful to do because I don't feel, see, I don't think that there's a good time. I'm like, there's never an appropriate moment to take off that wrapper. Like, when is it really ready to be taken off? I need to stop. I would be so mad if it didn't turn on. Okay, this is supposed to turn it on right now. I'm so excited. Let's watch this together. Come on. Please do something. Sus. I charged it. I'm trying to look for that start guide again. What the hell? What could I possibly be doing wrong right now? I don't think it's that hard to turn the phone on. Press and hold this key until the power turns on. Okay, maybe we'll just hold it for a really long time. Or not. It's plugged in. This is insane. I don't understand. Now I have to figure out how to get the back off after I struggled so much to put it on. Jeez. Okay, I bet it's that. See that little tiny little tab? Okay. God. I hate this. Okay. It's in. There's no reason for this to be happening. Settings. Yes, I love settings. Phone settings. Cool. Notification sounds. Oh my god. Oh my god. Which one should I... I'm overwhelmed. Do I have any selected right now? Okay, it looks like that one is selected right now. Success. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay. I have to listen to all of these right now. Every single one. We're gonna leave that one. The one that's on default, that's the one we're going with. All right, awesome. It's good to know that you have choices sometimes, you know? And now there's ringtones. Here, let's hear the default first. Fresh. I would like it if it was quieter. Sensory overload. This is what I wanted. So like when I was watching videos on people reviewing their phones, I wanted them to go through every single thing in the whole freaking phone. I could not find anybody doing this. They'd be like, okay, there's messages, pictures, music, and that's it. So anyway, and I'm like, you can't just, you gotta show me more than that. Maybe we should finish reading the guide. This is probably where we're gonna find all of the other answers that no one else is looking for besides me. Everyone else is like, got it, cool, it's a phone, I know what to do with it. I'm like, still confused. See, this is what I wanted. I wanted to know what all these buttons meant. It's 11:11, make a wish. So I don't know if this, oh my god, there's stuff on my phone. I think it's time. Right? Wow. Wow. What about this? Is it time for this too? I bet you guys are gonna be like, what the fuck? Could you not have taken that off earlier when you were literally showing us the phone? Sorry, only now. It's so pretty. Wow, very nice.